Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Youth Ambassador Kenya, live here in Youth Ambassador Kenya. And my name is Benjamin Chaboson. Today here, I'm here to talk about how shame or fear make many people lose major opportunities in life. And there are various issues that brings or leads to people maybe with the fear that makes them feel ashamed. You know, wakati uko na fear, it makes you now you tend to feel ashamed in many things. And these are trust me guys, these have made many people lose major opportunities, be it jobs, be it chances of money, be it chances of education, be it chances of medication, chances of leadership. These things have brought a lot of things, especially in the current generation. Why have I decided that we have to speak about this today, guys? It's because number one, our young people, most of them, they have lost confidence because they want to tend to look perfect. Wanataka kuona because most of the young people we are in social media, we tend or we want to be so perfect in our lives to a position where whatever I post, the way I come out as the way I've dressed, the way I preview things, the way I speak, I should be speaking about perfection. I should be speaking about um, how wealthy I am. I should be speaking on how where places I've traveled, places that I've gone, places that the post that I should be making is that I should be posting a post where I'm near, or maybe on my side there's a Benz, there's a Mercedes. I'm in big hotels, But where do all these guys meet? We meet in streets, we meet in colleges and universities, or we meet in concerts, we meet in church, we meet in markets, job places and various places. And everyone has come to that position ama amekuja hiyo place for one reason, to make a living. Either you're in school or you are in church, probably it's just to seek your relationship with God. You're going for entertainment, education. There is a purpose of why you guys are there. So I've seen that the reality of life has not hit a lot of people because outside here, opportunities doesn't look for someone. You look for those opportunities. You must knock those doors. Don't ever feel ashamed of knocking those doors. Write those emails, make those calls, you know, yeah, walk to those offices, talk to people, ask for assistance. Let's avoid the issue of we want to look so perfect. Today I've come the way I just, I'm in my rural home and I have decided that I have to speak to people, And this position that I have is not a position of elections, not a position of appointment, is a position of self-determination, self-resilience, and the chance of life that I've seen. And when we talk about fear and shame, how many people have lost opportunity for not speaking of what they are going through? You might be in between five friends, and four of them, from where they come from, they have a very solid background where either when you are in school together, after there, those guys are going to get assistance, they're going to get jobs, they're going to be established with good businesses. But when you finish school, you go back to the village, people tend to see you and expect a lot for you. Society perception, you have learned. I mean, you are learned. But the way you lived in school, because at that time they were providing for you, is that you used to behave like those people that come from those solid backgrounds. Nobody knew what you're going through. Nobody knew the challenges. Nobody knew the struggles. Nobody knew the early way, the early mornings your parents work to even make you be there in school. You walk to places God has helped you, or maybe a friend has put you in places. You meet good people, because you want to look past. You don't speak of what you're going through. Tell people I don't have a job, bro. Look for me, help me get a job, bro. I have this business is not working, bro. Do you have people who can bring me customers or maybe connect me to big markets? But we want now to be in the positions of, yes, sisi ndio wale wase, we are here. Ladies and gentlemen, is another chance in life that we have to accept ourselves. Young people, tujikubali. I know I'm speaking to majority of the young people. There are other classes where, establishments of life was it was a necessity of their parents or their guardians, to a point where they they help you until you're very much stable in life. And so you can't relate mostly of what I'm speaking. There are people, young people who come from villages, the young people who come from various backgrounds, where education has been a major project for their guardians and their parents. When they reach high school, probably they had the time to educate their children in colleges and universities. And after completion, they always don't see any project they can establish from this young person or this young lady. The only thing they see is that for him now to come up and help them, they see now a person who they can rely. And they always see an ultimatum of about 2 years. They expect you to be sending them something, bringing them something. But can we now speak about the current generation? Are these things working? Are they? Because life has been so tricky to a point where opportunities are not available in markets. You apply jobs, you try to get a job, to a point where many graduates are working or doing jobs that they did not study for. Professionalism has lost the meaning. We now think of businesses, we now think of connections. There are a lot of things that involves here. We know we have had young people involving now the activities of cyberbullying, cybersecurity issues, where they con people, where they steal from people, they take all the savings from uh, various individuals from in Western nation and Europe nations, which is part and parcel of their hustle, of their struggle. But then, how do we credit that act? We credit you by the fact that you have amassed some money, some wealth, but then how can we give you an advantage that's now that's now the real it's not among the values of life, the norms, the morals. Are we speaking about that then? Because the generation we had today, it doesn't give us an opportunity to explain what we feel. It doesn't give us an opportunity to work on our emotional intelligence. It fights us from for 24 hours. We wake up in the morning, if there's no money, you have to go to look for money. Come, you have a lot of debts, you have to pay here and there. At the end of it, the day ends, you don't have the money you had maybe gone and worked for. There's rents, there's traveling, there's everything. There's pressure from outside. Your friends are going out, you feel that I should be joining them. For the young people, you have a girlfriend, he demands one or two, you have your parents. That thing is a question we have to speak about. What brings the shame and fear for our lives, or maybe for that makes us to that make us lose major opportunities in life. If you're joining me here, this is Youth Ambassador Kenya. Drop your comment, share, and also, can we talk about this? Drop a comment for me about at the bottom of the screen there. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and tell me, what are your experience, personal experience? Ni nini uliifanya by like you felt it was a shame to speak about it, but later you noticed if you could have spoken about it, ungesaidiwa. We go what are the results? No, what are the results of keeping quiet and now trying to maintain your reputation, or maybe your class, or maybe your the way people perceive you? What are the reputation at the end of it? Not even losing the opportunity, but then it creates a character in you that you have to fake everything in life. You have to fake everything. You have to fake your smiles. You have to fake on how you talk to people, how you are undergoing a lot of stresses, depression, but you have to hide them for you to maintain the status quo that you had established at the first time, which is a very dangerous thing in life. When you tend to fake everything in life, now it starts forming a character in you. It makes something in you that it will become solid, and that thing you'll grow with it for a very long time. It's part and parcel of the childhood traumas that we are seeing. The GBV we are talking about now is child traumas of many young people that they experienced in their past years. And now it's now coming up at this moment. Emotional intelligence is poor. Speaking out and communicating is an issue. You know,